I was wrong. I was definitely wrong, and I will take the L. And if you guys living under a rock, this is all about Saikuno. This is Saikuno Part 2. But technically not about Saikuno, it's more like about people who are actually against Saikuno, and I want to talk about it because I actually just watched a video from Legal Mindset, which I thank God this YouTube channel actually exists because I wouldn't be able to actually understand the law from if it wasn't for him to actually give a clear definition of like some of the words that's actually being used to defame some people. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Saikuno is actually being labeled as predator, but that is actually being used against by four VTubers, which is Mujin, Mal, Alfie, and also Bao. They actually made this coordinated attack to actually expose Saikuno's actions, where he actually lie about being single towards some of the smaller content creators, so that he can actually be, romantically connected with them. Which honestly, this whole entire thing was actually like very disgusting. It was honestly annoying and stupid and dumb because everyone is doing stupid mistakes. Because like VTubers, the Mal girl could have actually at least put up her guard up, but at the same time, Saikuno could have actually at least be more professional about it. It's very stupid. I made a video about it, talking about it. It's Saikuno's situation is so dumb. You can check it out on on my channel. You can check it out. But I'm not gonna talk about that. I want to talk about the Mugen video that was actually, honestly, using the word predator to label on Saikuno. And honestly, this was actually kind of like a very confusing debate for me. I was very confused why everyone is actually so hating on Mugen when like they actually toss around the word predator, because I had to look it up on YouTube. Which again, I actually did say this on my other video, the previous video, saying that like the audit or like the word predator is actually like a word where like it used exploitation and like manipulation and deception to actually gain some kind of like sexual beneficial for like the other party, that is intended party. So like it's especially against like the smaller or weaker people. But however, the legal mindset YouTube channel actually kind of clarified this whole entire wording is that it's not the case apparently. So I'll cut to the chase. There was actually like a legal definition of what the predator is, and I will show you right here, right now, actually. So, core legal definition legally, a sexual predator is a person who has committed one or more severe sexual offenses and is determined to pose a continuing danger to others. This designation is formalized under statuses often referred to as sexually violent predators (SVP) laws, which exist in many U.S. Jurisdiction. Court may assign this status based on prior conviction, the severity of the offense, psychological evaluation, and evidence of predatory behavior patterns such as targeting minors or using coercion or force. From here, I can give you a little bit of simple summary of what it is. So, what makes a sexual predator is that they need to actually do sexual offenses or at least be convicted to actually committed into sexual offenses like sexual abuse, I don't the minority, sorry, using minors, grooming minors, like R word towards other people, I'm not gonna say it here, but like that's what it needs to actually be labeled with the sexual predator. That's what it needs. Fortunately, Saikuno is not actually being labeled as a predator actually. So because Saikuno so far that we know of is that he's just actually just two timing, three timing with multiple girls. He's just dating other people while being in a relationship with another girlfriend that he has lied to all of these other girls that thought he was not. All right, that's what it is. He was just a man whore to begin with. Now that with that, it actually clears out in my mind that the word predator was actually really tossed around. And if you notice in my previous video, I actually stand by to call him a predator. So therefore, I was technically wrong. I was bloody fucking wrong. Unfortunately, it hurts my ego. But if you are willing to actually forgive me for that, I'm happy. But again, this is all of this will happen if it wasn't because another VTuber actually make a comment about this, or who is named Powder. I'm not gonna read it out, but I'll show you at least a screenshot of what she tweeted out. You can read it out however you want, but this was actually this has a follow up of like another VTuber. Well, actually, a returning one called Mujin. So Mujin actually did crash out and replying to this tweet, which I will let you guys read it. I'm not gonna actually read the whole entire thing. Which honestly, this whole entire tweet was actually little what's to say a little bit off the pudding. You know, it's a bit pathetic. It was a little bit selfish. You can tell he was very painfully annoyed how like his ego was actually like being cracked. And honestly, Powder is actually pretty kind of true with the words. Actually, she knows how to stand in a very natural balance here. Like I don't technically agree with Powder entirely. But that will be an argument for another day. But yes, this whole entire thing was actually just make me like to feel like an idiot, and I think it's actually better for me to make a video and say I was wrong. I think it's better that way. At least I want to make a clarification, especially when I make a video talking about Saikuno, where I stand by to actually call him a predator. I did say to actually prove me wrong at the very least, because like I am openly to actually hear it. But thank God for Legal Mindset again, because they made a video and actually clarified the whole entire thing, which he also actually conclude that this whole entire thing that he is not a predator. Okay, because like he's just cheating, he's just actually lying to other people, he's not actually technically exploiting, and he's not actually being abusive, you know, he's not being like he's not actually doing the sexual offenses, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I had to clarify this at the very least. Now you guys know. Hope you have a lovely night. Peace out, y'all.